I used to watch a YouTube channel called Zachbone Productions. The channel featured Carrie and Michael Huang, the creators of Battle for Dream Island, playing some of their old games that they made when they were elementary schoolers. And what program did they use to create these games?
You know the title of this video exists for a reason, right?
Stagecast! Gosh dang it, Sally, you ruined the effect. So now I'm going to talk about Stagecast. Stagecast Creator was developed by Alan Cipher and David Smith in Apple's Advanced Technology Group under the name KidSim, until a new project manager came onto the team and named it Coco. Steve Jobs then came in a couple years later and said,
"Sorry, we're gonna need to close the Advanced Technology Group. I know that sucks, but that sucks."
Some of the people who worked on Coco then founded a new company called Stagecast Software and changed their program's name to Stagecast Creator. Also, Apple eventually went on to create an API named Coco, because the name's trademark stayed with Apple. And this Coco has nothing to do with Stagecast. The version of Stagecast that I will be using was made in 2007, which is more than 10 years ago, so I guess that still counts as being old and outdated. Just barely, though. Also, Stagecast has been discontinued since 2014. Stagecast is based on programming by demonstration, which means that instead of writing out code or drag and dropping commands, you have one situation on the left, and if that is met, it changes to the situation on the right. For example, let's say we have a brick object. If the space under the brick is free, the brick will move down. We start by creating an object using, of all things, the star icon, and we drag the star where we want our object to be. Now, we can add a rule. To add a rule, we drag this strange icon over to our new object. Oh, and don't think you could get away with just selecting the object and clicking the create rule icon, because you can't. Also, it's not really dragging, since if you hold the mouse down, it doesn't move. Instead, you perform 2 clicks. One when you select the icon, and one when you drop it. Creating a basic rule is fairly simple. Whenever the condition on the left side of the rule is met, it changes to the situation on the right side. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, Stagecast was meant to teach kids basic programming concepts.
You would think the name KidSim might have already made that clear enough.
Also, remember how I said this was going to be a brick? Well, if you drag the color hexagon to the character means object in Stagecastese, just that you should know, you are able to change the character sprite using a basic paint application that only has one level of undo, and whose transparent color is the same as a color that isn't transparent. When this program, or simulation, is run, the brick falls. Now let's add another object. This object will be a turtle that moves out of the way of the brick. The turtle object will have a rule that includes both the brick and free space. When the brick is above the turtle will move right. Oh, and if you want to make this rule, you need to have its condition actually appear on the stage. You can't just drag characters into conditions for some reason. After the rule is created, though, you can place the characters however you like. You can also create instances of characters by opening the characters menu, or drawer, and dragging a character onto the stage. So now we have many bricks on stage, and the turtle avoids them. Also, by default, the bricks don't fall simultaneously, so you get this weird cascading effect when running on slow speeds. Luckily, this can be disabled in global settings.
Yeah. When are you gonna make games with this stupid thing?
What? Maybe? You're trying to steal my thunder! First you take my role as a recurring boss in the Paper Mario franchise, and now you take my role in these stupid videos?
Who cares? You're just a boy who has cuties! And I bet $1,000 I can make a better Stagecast game than you!
Oh, it's on! We're having a game-off, and whoever wins gets to be the only Paper Mario character that shows up on this channel ever again!
Prepare to lose, Salmonella boy!
Welcome to the first, and probably last, annual Treadle 1 Game Off! In the green corner, she's a cute little maid who is actually pure evil, Mimi! And in the purple corner, he's a neighborhood bully who— Can we just get on with it? I'm itching to prove myself better than someone!
I'm gonna make a space shooter. And by that, I mean you're gonna make a space shooter for me! I own you now! Enjoy labor! Have fun being my wonderful servant!
Seriously. First, we need a player, so we create a new character and turn it into a spaceship. This spaceship looks ugly, but who cares? Now we need to add motion. To do that, we add a new rule that moves to the right, but we need to test if a key is pressed by expanding the window by clicking the yellow button and selecting the key icon. Next, we tap a key to use, which in this case would be the right key. We then repeat this process for the left key. Now, when the sim is run, our ship moves. Next, we can add shooting. We first create a bullet character that moves up. Next, we add a rule to the spaceship, and in the outcome section of the rule, we drag a bullet character into the space above our player.
Hold on. I thought you
Correction, you can't drag characters into the condition of the rule. You can, however, drag them into the outcome. Oh, and we only want this to be run if you press space. Now we can fire a bullet, but it also wraps around the screen. Also, I can't find a way to check what the character's Y coordinate is, so I guess I'll have to make a new character that destroys bullets at the top of the screen. Its rule is this. This means you can destroy characters in the outcome of a rule as well. Now let's add enemies. We're almost done, guys. Oh wait, since this is an evaluation, we can't add more than 3 characters. Great, because that's what Stagecast needs, to be more restrictive. But no matter, I can make another sprite for character 3, and since bullets only disappear when the sprite is the first one, it'll be like I'm using more than 3 characters. UFOs will move down, and if the player collides with them, the player will die. If the UFO collides with the bullet, the UFO will die. Also, UFOs need to know how to jump over the bullet-destroying line. The game is considered to be 1 when all the UFOs are destroyed. Oh, by the way, when you add a rule, it also performs that rule on stage. But there is a button that reverses this, so it isn't too bad. Using the stamp icon, characters can be duplicated. It's still a pain in the neck to add characters this way, but it's less of a pain than dragging them in from the characters drawer, because that closes every time you drag something in. Also, when you stop the game, it doesn't reset, so you have 3 options. 1. Use the rewind button and watch the game play itself in reverse. 2. I hope you saved! 3. Remake the entire stage again. I usually use option 2.
Now I'm gonna win this challenge! All the credit for this game is going to me, not you, slave!
My turn! So first, I'm gonna make this beautiful player. Hey, this guy looks pretty amazing and cool and better than Mario and Mimi. Also, I made this block. Now let's add some platform controls. Struttle, can you do it? I'm not good with the rule-making thing. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you what to do. You're still gonna have to do it yourself. First, create a rule for moving to the right and make it activate if the user presses the right key. Next, create another rule for moving leftwards when the user presses the left key. When the player is hovering in the air with empty space below him, move down to occupy that square. Lastly, if the player is on top of a block and he presses the Z key, he jumps up 3 tiles. So I can make a level now, right? Not yet. Stagecast will only do 1 rule per character per frame for some bizarre reason. So we need to open up the character's rules and make it prioritize the user's inputs. So now you can create your level. So I click the stamp, and then click a character, and move it. Grr! Why can't this be quicker? Finally, I'm done with this stupid stage! Now I want to make another stupid stage for some reason. How do I do that? To move from stage to stage, you first need to set a character to be followed in global variables. Next, you need to add a special character called a door. A door has an entrance and an exit, and it is used to transport things. We can add a rule that says when our player is by the door, he goes through it, and this rule is created by dragging the player character onto the door. Now we need to specify where the exit is. To do that, we create a new stage, set our view to split screen view, and drag the exit onto the next screen. Because that's just something you would figure out on your own. Who cares? Just let me design another stage. Hey, I'm finally done! I even added spikes, all by myself. Oh, and I added a sound, too. When you jump, I dragged this sound called Lizard onto the rule. And I also added a sound for when you die. So let's see whose game is better.
Yeah, it's obviously gonna be mine, or else I'll give you a timeout, or maybe find a way to put you in massive debt. Here's a vase.
Well, let's see the games! Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up, and now you're gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. Your meow right now would sound like music to me. Please come home, 'cause I miss you, Gary. Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Gary, can't you see? I was blind. I'll do anything to change your mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. You come on and admit you're my best friend. Too cool to forget, come back, cause we are family. And forgive me for making you wanna roam. And now my heart is beating like the saddest metronome. Somewhere I hope you're reading my latest 3-word poem. Gary, come home! This was terrible. Please never make me do this again. And for the results, we welcome our guest judge, John the Fish!
What is judging mean? Oh, you just want me to read the paper. Okay, let's see. Tahi. Loher is... What is this?
Give me that! Okay, you read it.
The loser is nobody? It was a tie? The games were both awful? Well, who gets annoyed trying to win in these videos?
Get him! Well, it looks like Trundle left, so... If you want to try out Stagecast yourself, or you would like to see videos of people reacting to their old Stagecast creations on Zach Bone, links to those will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time! Oh yes, I'll be in the next video. 4 in a row, baby! Victor Tran suggested I show up more. So yeah, I'll be back! And I'll be there too! Oh, by the way, if you click and drag while holding the stamp, you can actually use it like a very inaccurate paintbrush. But don't tell anyone, okay?